That's a tubular drill.
Very clear.
There's no way to argue that.
Yeah.
And it's not modern, believe me.
Modern. We don't have the tool to do it.
We do today.
But it will be in a factory in a big
Oh,
place.
yeah.
In the geology museum. And the like people who goes to
But
the...
here they do it. Why?
You see the inner edge here that shows it's not a bite. It's a tube drill. There is a difference when you have a bite just all thick and
Right.
and a tube drill that will give you the core from it.
Right, and they can pull it out.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we break here the one in the middle later. So
Yeah.
it gives us the edge, it will be thin, and then they easily break.
you can understand how or you can know how thick the blade of the tube drill was if you cleaned
Yeah.
this part here and see the space between the edge and the core. So that's how thick it was. So the one in Karnak is bigger than this, and the blade is half this at least,
Thinner.
thinner than that.
Wow. And yet it's over here, just cast aside.
It needs to be in a museum.
We found it by mere chance. We were
Yeah, I
just
know, I remember.
walking through and we saw it. Little things, those are the tough mind. They argue with you because they don't know the truth. Like once we were in Abydos talking about the cartouche, how we read the name. Because sometimes we read from the middle, the top, and then the end, sometimes from the middle, end, top. So we found a group of students and they were surprised why we say so. We must read it as we were told. I said, people, come on, don't be... I didn't try to use the word stupid, but I couldn't find another word. Because they were sticking with ideas and theories of modern times. Staying like this and closing my eyes and suddenly you put me in Peru, I will see the same thing. We, according to Brian, the same knobs, you can see those.
Yes.
Yeah, and we found those knobs also in the big boxes in many places, especially in Serabium.
You know the alley in Cusco where you find the stones interlocking with each other?
Yes, yes.
Isn't this the same?
Yes.
And
In-
the sexy woman?
In fact,
you
what
been
I
to
think
Sexy Woman?
what I think is interesting, the connection to Peru is that rarely, they don't have as many flat stones always.
I know.
They often have the ones that were, interlocking but are always kind of jutting out like that.
Exactly, same like this. From here they're not, but from down there they're interlocking perfectly. And for the longest time I agreed with the official story that this is unfinished, but after I visit Peru I know that this design
It's
is
on
another
purpose.
design that has a different activation.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Yeah. Look at this. What is it? Butter? Huh? See, there is a surface, there is a whole layer that got isolated and filled down.
This is really curious. Why would you take the time to do this just in this spot and then make it jut out like this?
Yeah.
How much extra effort do you have to do that? Again, your complex versus simple way of doing things, the hard
This
way.
is maybe they called it the small pyramid, but
It's
at
just as
least-
complicated.
At least 2/3 of it was cased with granite. The pieces you see here all over the area, this is all from when they were quarrying it.
This is eerily similar to Peru. It's
With
almost
the knobs.
eerie.
You know the knobs?
Absolutely.
Yeah, everywhere.
Absolutely. When I went there, I looked specifically for them.
Yeah. So really the structure here is like some of the roads in Cusco and like Sexy Woman. The Valley Temple is looking very similar to Ollante Tambo.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. Like for moments, Muhammad, I was walking there and I felt like, where am I?
Yeah.
You know? Is this the Giza Plateau?
You had the feeling.
I had the feeling I'm in the Valley Temple because it's the same. And then they did the other one 800 years ago, and ours is dated to 2,500 years BC, like 4,500, and it's the same structure. It's the same.
Yeah.
You cannot miss that. After I've been looking at this for all my life, and then I go there and I see the same structure, my eyes is not gonna miss it. I mean, the box in the focal chamber was made from diorite.
Mm-hmm.
And they imagine the value of that box that the British hacked all the way down so they can create enough space to take away this box. And then where is this box? They said it's synced. Nobody knows what it is. It's synced.
Front of the space.
You ever stop using this place as a bathroom?
Yeah. That was the worst part about the red pyramid. It smelled so
No, but
bad.
this is something else.
Well, I realized the ammonia smell was something else,
Yeah.
but it wasn't until I got to the bottom in the corner of one of the rooms
Yeah.
where I kept thinking, oh,
It's an
someone's peeing in here.
alkene formula of some kind.
Yeah, this is curious. So is this only found at this pyramid, huh?
Yeah.
That's so curious. And your father believed it was built in which order? If he thinks that
He
the
believed
second one was
that
the
the
oldest?
middle one is the most ancient.
Uh-huh. So what about this one?
But it's not about like putting a timeline, like as they say, the Great Pyramid. When you read the official books, alhamdulillah, they say it was built 2551.
Hello, sir. Hello.
ماشي خلاص ما تشردوش. Huh? So they say that the pyramid was being built in 2551. Like as if they really got it.
To the exact.
Yeah, like, you know,
Day and
early in the
time.
morning or
Yeah.
like late in the afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, 2551. So like, don't have any other question because it's figured out really correct.
Right.
And then you can find other books saying that the first dynasty was 3300 BC, and the other books will say like, no, it started at 3000 BC sharp. And then you find the intermediate periods, which is like about 400 years of nobody knows what was going on.
Right.
You know?
The Dark Ages.
Yeah. مالك يا ابني مكلضم كده ليه؟ Look here. All these mounds are covering stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're gonna get from down there. Now we saw the name of the middle pyramid, Kha'if Ra, Usir Ab Kha'if Ra, the strong pulse of the rising sun.
Mm-hmm.
As I would understand the meaning of it. Here, this is called Min Ka Ra. Min here is a symbol of fertility. Ka is the like projection of they call it the physical soul. So it has something that's connected to the physical, but it's invisible. And then Kau means the triple. It can